This is a painting that I did about 2 and a bit months ago. I didn't set any particular intention when I started the painting. What I'd done is I'd taken an old picture that we had on the wall, sort of generic, something you get from IKEA, I guess. I can't actually remember what it was. And I painted over it, and I used quite dark colours. I think you can see around the edges, like greens and reds and things. And then I started going over it with different colours to see what would come. And actually, for ages, there was nothing like sort of coming out. And I thought, oh, maybe the colours were too dark underneath. And then in the end, I just used the sort of green pen to sort of I don't know, just like loosely float. So if you hold the pen really lightly in your hand and just let it go wherever it wants to go, kind of thing. I guess it's a bit like automatic writing, but with painting. But I'd say I probably had a bit more control than just that. And then this emerged. So essentially on the left, there's like a female figure. Up to the slight right of her at the top is a green man or sun figure. Far right is like a male figure, which I think is a bit like Odin. And then two little TV sets in between them with what look like little sprites watching, like they're watching from another world. So over here, there's, I think this is a bit of a joke, as in Berlin, they have this thing called an ample man, which is a green man that they have on the, when you can cross the road, it turns green and red. So that's another green man, but not in the original form of the one at the top. And then there's this huge gorilla type being in the middle, sort of in between it all. But sometimes, depending on what angle you look at this at, it can sometimes also look like a rabbit ear as well, the way it comes in. So, and she's also emanating, I don't know what that is, energy, electricity. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure which figure she would be if I'm thinking he was Odin. But anyway, that's what emerged out of that picture. So I think it's interesting sometimes when you don't particularly set an intention just to paint, that something emerges. But this one, it did take quite a while, and I had to switch up methods to get there.